Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stefan Jimenez from the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Wednesday, January 10th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NFL, NBA, and MLB videos, and please make sure to click the like button as it really helps us out. So before we get started, I'm going to go right back to that. I really appreciate everybody's help yesterday. I got 274 likes on my video. The likes, they really help me out and move me up the YouTube totem pole. So if you don't mind, please make sure and click a like button on this video as well. I love doing these videos for you guys, and I want to continue helping you out, and please help me out. So hey, tonight it was a crusher. I lost by 1.5. So I lost, I'm sorry, by 1.2. So I lost by one rebound. And you know what? I hate slates like it ended up being tonight. It was a chalk slate. Everybody in your lineup pretty much 50% owned. And, those nights are always tough. You're going to lose you're either going to win by 1.2 or you're going to lose by 1.2 because everybody's so high owned. On a positive note, I pretty much had the exact same cash line as almost all the pros tonight. So for me, I like to consider myself a pro, and the fact that I had the same line as them tonight, it really made me be like, okay, I'm definitely going down the right track on my research, and it made me feel even, more, better about what I got going on. So yeah, hey, let's get it again. Let's get back on track Wednesday. It's a big 11 game slate, so there shouldn't be too much chalk going on. There will be a couple spots, but you could definitely differentiate yourself on this slate. We'll start with the games that I'm liking first. I like Orlando at Milwaukee. This game has a 216.5 implied total. Milwaukee's favored by 10. Then we got Atlanta going into Denver to face the Nuggets. This game has a 215.5 implied total. Denver's favored by 9.5. You got OKC going into Minnesota to face the Timberwolves. This game has a 211.5 implied total. Minnesota's favored by 4. Then we got New Orleans at Memphis. This game has a 210 implied total. New Orleans favored by 1. And then two other games that I'm really liking as well is going to be Portland going into Houston to face the Rockets. There's no line on this game yet. Waiting on some injury news. Then we got the Clippers going into Golden State to face the Warriors. This game is going to be a really good game as well, but it doesn't have a line out yet. Still waiting on some injury news on that game as well. So, hey, let's get into these picks, all right? Get into these money picks real quick. Let's get it. We'll start at point guard. We got Russell Westbrook. The price actually went down a little bit. For him to hit value, all you need is 55 for him to hit value. He's been killing it. He's got you 55 in every game but almost. Every game the past 10 but one pretty much. He's on fire. He's back to doing what Westbrook does, getting them triple doubles. Doing a lot of things, and I gotta like him a lot tomorrow. I think this is going to be a really good game going against Minnesota. It's going to be a very competitive game, and he's definitely going to step it up. We got Curry. He's been playing very well. His price is up. For him to hit value, you need about 52 for him to hit value. He could definitely get there. He's got you at least 50 in 3 of the past 4. But one thing I will note, though, is I think he maybe is a little bit more of a GPP play just for the fact that Kevin Durant could be coming back tomorrow. That's going to take a little bit extra, the extra usage that Curry's been having the past couple games away. And he's definitely still a really good play. He's averaging 46 fantasy points on the season. So he's definitely a solid play. I just think Kevin Durant's going to take a little bit from him. So he's not really a must start. And also his price is up as well. Nevertheless, good play. He can go off for 70 any night. I like Chris Paul. Don't get me wrong. He just hasn't. His price is up a little bit, and he just hasn't really been getting there quite. I want that 5 times value from every player that I play, and he's just not getting there. But he's a solid player though. He does have upside. John Wall. He's still under 10K. He's going against Utah, a little bit of a down-paced game for him. But he's a solid play. On the slate. A guy I'm really going to be looking at. Bledsoe against the Orlando Magic. They're terrible against point guard. Bledsoe, he's been up and down, don't get me wrong, but he's showing us 50-point upside, high 40-point upside numerous times already. His price is actually up a little bit now, 8.3 price tag. So for him to hit value, you're going to need about 41. He's averaging about 35 on the season. This guy, I just like him. I really like him in this spot against Orlando. I think he's going to have a really good game. So he's just somebody I'm really looking at. And we got Dragic. You want to go down a little bit. He's playing well. His price is very fair. I think you can actually put him in cash games if you want to. For him to hit value, you need about 32, especially if Tyler Johnson sits out. Tonight Tyler Johnson sat out. He played 39 minutes. He got almost 50 fantasy points. One thing I will note is they are on the second end of a back-to-back. But, Miami, they play their guys, and I think he's still going to play high minutes, high 30 minutes. He's still, kind of a younger guy. Averaging 30 on the season. For him to hit value, like I said, 32. He definitely has 40-point upside. He's a guy that I'm really looking at, and I like him for cash games. Very fair price on him. Then we're going to talk about, I like Rubio a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into him, but it's an up-tempo game. His minutes are up and down. That's what's kind of about him. But, the price is very low. For him to value, all you need is 24. He's averaging 26 on the season. He's the starter. That's what you got to like. Up-tempo game against Washington. He's shown us 40-point upside this season. He's hit 30 numerous times. So I think he's just a solid player on cheap end. Now we'll go to the guy himself. Once again, I think McCollum's going to be out. Napier's going to get the minutes. He's going to hit you 5, 6, 7, 8 times value possibly. I like him. I don't really, like going against people. I'm going against Chris Paul defense, but the price is just too low. All you need is 21 for him to hit value. So let's just lock him in. I'm pretty sure that Lillard's going to be out tomorrow, but make sure and keep an eye on news. Now we'll go to shooting guard. Oladipo, he has upside. He's been playing very well. I just think his price is a little high in this matchup against Miami. But solid play. My guy, Tyreke Evans, is a guy I do like a lot. He's just doing a lot for this team. 8.3 price tag. You need about 42 for him to hit value. He's got you 42 and 5 of the past 6, and he's got you 38 in the one that was a little bit down. He's in a great spot. I really like Evans in this spot on the higher end of shooting guards. Bradley Beal's in a solid spot, but he's going to be going against a little bit slower paced Utah. Still a solid play. Middleton's price is up. You can look at Lou against Golden State. They're going to need scoring. He's going to come off the bench. He's probably going to play high minutes. He's going to get a lot of shots. So you can look at Lou tomorrow. McCollum, 7,500. He's playing very well. He's got 40 fantasy points or more in 4 of the past 5. If Lillard's going to continue to be out, and he's going to be out again tomorrow, he gets shooting guard plus point guard minutes. He's getting a high usage rate right now. So I really like McCollum at shooting guard. I do like Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's price actually dropped a little bit against Portland. You need 35 for him to hit value. I think he's a solid play. A guy I like, though, Jrue Holiday. Memphis is they're not very good against the shooting guard position. This is a guy who's playing massive minutes. I really love how many minutes he's playing. He's averaging 34 fantasy points on the season. For him to hit value, you need 35. He's playing well right now. He's going to play the minutes. And Jrue Holiday is somebody that I really like tomorrow. You can go with Clay, but, it goes back with the Durant thing we talked about. Mike Wiggins, especially if T continues to remain out, he's getting a lot more opportunities. He scored 20 points or more in 2 straight games. He's playing well right now. Something that you really gotta like out of this young guy. His price is up a little bit. Something I will note. For him to hit value, you're gonna need about 32. He's averaging 29 on the season, so it's a fair price. I wish it was a tiny bit lower, but he's got your 35 and 48. About 48 in the past 2. Wiggins, once again, solid play against OKC. It's gonna be a very competitive game. Then we're gonna go with Justin Holiday, 5.5. I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about him, but throw this game out the window. They got smashed. Besides, look at the minutes: 40, 38, 37, 39. He's been very consistent: 31, 38, 25, 27. For him to have value, all you need about 26. He's averaging 26 and a half on the season. So I really like Justin Holiday once again tomorrow. Last guy I'm going to talk about, I talked about him the other day. I hope he listened and I hope he played. He won us some money. His minutes are back up now. He's back to playing, 30 minutes. High 30 minutes in 3 of the past 4. His price is just too low. For him to have value, you need about 25. I know, this was I'm not going to even count this game. Got you at 28, 19, whatever. But then, he had a really good game against Northern, got 40. It went off for 24 points. He's not going to do nothing special, but he's going to get you very close to value on the cheap end, so you can pay up for the Westbrooks or the Antetokounmpos or Currys or Cousins, whoever you want. So I do like Avery Bradley a lot. Small forward, Antetokounmpo. Price is up. For me, this guy's strictly GPP just because he's been very, very, very up and down. But in this matchup against Orlando, it's going to be a very up-tempo game. They're favored by 10. I think he's going to have a good game. Like I said, I just don't like the price tag. For him to have value, you're going to need about 57. And he's only got you 57 2 times in pretty much the past 9, 10 games. So that's, a little bit concerning. But he has, almost as much upside as anybody in the NBA, and I definitely like Antetokounmpo against Orlando in this very, very up-tempo game. Durant, the price is up a little bit too much for me, especially coming back off injury. I do like Jimmy Butler, though. He's playing very well. He went head-to-head with LeBron. And, he got you 51 fantasy points, almost a triple-double in 27 minutes. I'm guessing if he played, regular 37 minutes that he does play, he would have got that triple-double. For him to hit value, you need about 48. I think he's a very solid play against OKC tomorrow. He's going to be battling, Paul George. Paul George is a pretty good defender, though, something I will note. Paul George on the other side of the ball, the price is way down. Something that you got to really like. For him to hit value, you need about 39. He's averaging 38 on the season. He's going to be battling with Butler, so I think both these guys could kind of hurt each other's value a little bit because, they're both pretty good defenders. But the price is down on them. It's fair. And he has shown us, upside tons of times this year. So definitely Paul George, solid play. Harrison Barnes, he's a guy that's consistent. You need 32 for him to hit value. He's averaging 30 and a half on the season. He's got you at least 30 in 5 straight games. Solid play tomorrow, against Charlotte. We got Ariza. You need 27 for value. He's averaging 25 on season. He's just going to play massive minutes. He's a guy you can stick in there. He's going to get you close to value. Not going to hurt you, and just kind of move about your business. I like Josh Richardson as well, especially if Johnson and Waiters are out again. The guy's going to play a lot of minutes. He had a bad shooting night tonight. Still got us 24 fantasy points. If he would have scored, say 10 more points, scoring wise, which he's been getting, he's going to easily get you in the 30s. I'm going to go back to the well right here. For him to have value, all you need is about 28. I like him. I definitely like him in this spot. He's going to play a lot of minutes, and the price is very fair. Up-tempo game against the Pacers. Last guy, small forward, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. He's just cheap. The minutes, he's not going to play massive minutes. That's what, kind of sucks about him. But, he has upside. 4.5. The price is just cheap. I definitely think he can get you to value. Value is 23 on his price tag. I definitely think he could kind of just get you there if you want to, look somebody on the very cheap end of the small forward. And we got power forward. I like Porzingis, don't get me wrong, but the price is just up a little bit. For him to hit value, you need about 48. He's not a guy that really gets you 48. He usually gets you about 40 to 42 fantasy points a game. So I don't think he's going to get me the 5 times value I'm looking for. But he is a solid play on the slate. Got Draymond. For him to hit value, you need about 42, averaging 37 on the season, playing very well. He's been playing a lot of minutes when they need him to. Kevin Durant will come back tomorrow, but that doesn't really hurt Draymond too much. He still gets his down low. I like Draymond tomorrow. I really like him a lot. Going against the Clippers. So yeah, Draymond's a really good play. Aaron Gordon, the price actually dropped a little bit. For him to hit value, you're gonna need about 37. He's averaging 35 on the season. He's been playing a lot of minutes, which you gotta like. He's playing 30, mid 30 minutes a game, and he's been solid for the most part. He has 50, 60 point upside. I'm at his price tag, and I think he's gonna get you close, to value where you can just kind of plug him in if you against Milwaukee. We got Tobias Harris. He's just been rolling. He's going to play minutes. We know the Pistons starters play minutes when they need to. And he's got you, 40 fantasy points or more in the past 2 games. Fair price tag, you need about 33 for him to hit value. He's averaging 29 on the season. So I think that he's definitely a solid play tomorrow against Brooklyn. It's going to be a very up-tempo game. Got Gibson. Cash game guy. We always talk about him. He's going to play mid 30 minutes for a big guy. You got to really like that. He's got you 34 or more fantasy points in the past 2 games. He's playing well right now. Something that you really got to like. He's going to be going against Carmelo, stretch 4. So I think Carmelo's, he's going to get some long rebounds off of Carmelo's misses possibly. So I like Taj Gibson. I like Lamarck. Just mention him really quick. The young guy's playing well. Like I said, I'm throwing all the Bulls this game out the way. Besides that, he's playing 32 to 34 minutes a game, shooting the ball, getting some rebounds, doing a little bit of everything. People don't really look at him and they don't play him. I do. If you look at it in the past 5 games, you need what 29, 30 for value. He's got you 33, 39. 33 and a 30. So, he's a guy that's just very consistent. Somebody I really like playing. He's always on their own. You could also even look at Ilyasova. Ilyasova's somebody that a lot of people, his minutes are a little bit lower. He doesn't get as many minutes as Markkanen, the guy we're just looking at. But, he's still playing very well. Look at this guy. 31, 34, 35, 25, 33. He's playing well. Something you really got to like. Up-tempo game against Denver. You got to like that. But one thing I will note, though, is I really don't like playing too many players that go into Denver just because of the altitude. It always affects people. It always does, whether people want to admit that or not. So, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with power forward. Let's hit it with center. Cousins, best center in the game. So every time he's on the slate, I'm going to mention him. If Anthony Davis is out, I like him more. But he's going to have a tough matchup against Marcus Gasol. The price is up. For him to have value, you need about 57. He's averaging 52 on the season, 53. DeMarcus Cousins always in play in GPP. You got Towns, going to be battling Adams. The guy's just playing well. For him to hit value, you need about 47, 48. 60, 49, 40. Got you the past 3. He's averaging 43 on the season. I like him in this spot. I think he's going to be a solid play. Adams is a solid defender, but Towns, the guy, I'm not going to say he's matchup proof, but the young guy's starting to get there. He's been playing very well, and I really like him almost every night that he's on the slate. You can look at Jokic. Jokic has been playing solid. He is more of a GPP play. The price is up a little bit. For him to have value, you need about 57. He's just coming off a 59 game against Golden State, so don't get me wrong. Like I said, he has upside for sure. But regularly he's going to get you right around this 38, 39. On the 9.4 price tag, you really want a little bit more. But solid GPP play with upside. Drummond against Brooklyn. He has a chance to have a monster game. Brooklyn's horrible against big guys. One thing I will note is Drummond's still battling a rib injury, and he played 38 minutes tonight on the second end of a back-to-back. I'm sorry. Detroit didn't play today. So, actually, no, he rested today. I like him even more. Sorry, I got a little confused. So against Brooklyn, they struggle against big men. He has the rib injury, so he got some rest today. had played 38 minutes a game before, so he should, it looks like he's getting better. I love him against Brooklyn. I think he's going to be a low-owned guy with solid upside. He showed a 70-point upside already this season, so definitely take a look at Drummond. Then I'm going to talk about Adams. I mean, his price just dropped. 6.3 is very fair. For him to hit value, you need about 31, 32. He's averaging 30 on the season. He's going to play, 30 minutes a game. Get you close to a double-double any night. Plays defense, which you really got to like. I mean, he's just a consistent guy, and he's cheap. Cheap for, he was just like 72, 7,300. Now he's only 63. You really got to like the price drop. And last guy I'm going to talk about, my boy Gortat. Nobody ever shows him love, and he needs 22 for value. This guy who only needs 22 for value, and he's averaging 24 on the season, to almost 25 on the season. I mean, thing about him is when he gets his minutes, he does well. I mean, he's got at least 26 minutes, in the past 3 games, and he's got you at least 22 fantasy points. I think he's a guy who's just cheap. You can plug him in. And move on, pay up elsewhere. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this video. We'll go to our core plays at each position. Before I get into that, please make sure to take a second and click that like button for me. I really appreciate it. If you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single night, please make sure and visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. Thank you guys very much. And hey, let's get into these cores real quick and let's move on. So, I already put Napier there. I really like Napier. Another guy, I'm gonna make it the value plays for you guys, and then you guys could pay up somewhere. Okay, so I like Avery Bradley going against Brooklyn. I think he's a really good player right there. Small forward, we'll come back to that one. Power forward, I think Carmelo is just too cheap. Too cheap in my opinion. Alright. And then we're gonna go to boom, we can go, where's he at? Sorry, Adams. I like Adams. So, this is what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to do this for you guys. I'm going to skip small forward, okay? So, I don't know. Actually, here, I got you. That's how we're going to go. We're going to do something like that, okay? So, something like this is nice, all right? Some guys, Carmelo, I think he's just too cheap, okay? I don't know if I really want to go with Adams just because I think you're going to have to go with Westbrook. I think you're going to have to go with him at this spot, to be honest with you. That's just something I think you're going to have to do. But, I mean, you still got 7,000, okay? So, I'm going to go like this. Take him out. You do what you want. I like Adams. I'm probably going to go with Towns or Drummond. I'm going to put in Towns for now. You still got 7,500, okay? So I gave you some cheap guys. You can plug in Westbrook right there. If you don't like Carmelo because he's inconsistent, you can bump out Carmelo. Or you could keep Carmelo and you could pay up for somebody at shooting guard. There's a lot of ways that you could go. I mean, this is just something. I'm going to leave you this, and I know you're probably like, what is this? But you got 7,500 almost to fill in those rest of the positions. So these are some guys that I feel are a little bit underpriced and are in great spots. So, yeah. Hey, if you haven't already, click that like button, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's get this money.